Has probably one of the people that's done the most gigs at Public Bar and has destroyed it every time. He is an awesome friend of mine, and I'd like to get some applause going. I would like you to do it like you mean it. And welcome, it's one of my favourites, it's Bart Freebairn!
Oh man, it's not going to be around any longer. Guys, we've got to make a pact that every year on this day we come back to this place, no matter what's going on. Just be here. It's good, man. It kind of feels special. It's sad that the room is ending, but it also feels special because it's the last one. It's rare that I get that special feeling these days. You know, as an adult, get that special feeling when you're like, oh, this is a thing. I'm alive. You know, when you almost get hit by a car, that's close. You know, drugs, that'll do it. But Christmas, to an extent, when you're little, definitely, doesn't it? You feel excited. You're like, Christmas, it's Christmas. When an adult, you're like, Christmas? They're like, no, I'm going to have a nap and watch my parents argue. I'll eat some seafood. That's it, you know. Like, my mum gets pumped at Christmas. She's sort of becomes a bit of a loose Christmas unit, I suppose. Which is the opposite of an actual loose unit, let's admit. An actual loose unit is just someone who's out of control, right? Someone who's just crazy. You've a lot of mates, maybe you've got people like that, just a crazy loose unit. How would I describe a loose unit? That's someone who wears high visibility clothing for work and pleasure. Like, just loose, right? Like, you drink, you're loose, right? If you drink a lot, you're really loose, but proper loose units don't care. One guy's like, man, I had 20 beers, I'm loose. The other guy's like, man, I just drank 5 bottles of barbecue sauce. I didn't even have one chip. It's pretty loose. Mum is the opposite. Wait, it's Christmas. It's Christmas. Oh, you coming down? I just bought 20 hams. I don't know why. I got a credit card. The dog's full. You look at the dog. And you know when dogs are so full they still acknowledge you, like they're just lying going, oh my God, and you just look and all they'll do is just lift their leg. How you going? They're like, touch me near the penis. I trust you. Like, yeah, you do trust me. Really close, but not, yeah, they're like, no, you're doing it right. I've got a little dog. He has a great time around Christmas. He's a spoodle, which, as you guys all know, is the cross between a spaceship and a noodle. It's a very good breed. And they will eat until it's a really bad idea, which, I mean, you're meant to do at Christmas. They'll do it any time. You know, I played a little game with him. It was his birthday. I thought I'd let him eat as much chicken as he could. I bought 3 kilos of chicken. It's a lot. He only weighs 10 kilos. He's a little dude. And I was like, you ready for this? He's like, The dog's really pumped, but they're not vocalising. They're just like... I thought he would finish pretty early because he started making noises like... I'm like, are you done? He's like, no, put it in my mouth, I'll eat it. Did a big poo the next day. It was heavy. He's a cool dog. I've taught him how to shake hands recently, which is cool. So he can do business deals when I'm not around. Which is handy. And, you know, I'll take him to the park. He loves going to the park, which is awesome, which I enjoy. It's probably the closest I'll get to actually enjoying going camping, like to get to the outdoors, like just being at the park for half an hour and being like, yeah, grass, this is nice. I'm going home. I'm not a fan of camping. I don't know if anyone here is. I respect that, that's fine, but camping I'm not a fan of. It just makes me feel like a dirty, filthy human. It does. Or a super fancy animal, I suppose. You kind of get to choose. So it's Christmas and then New Year's and everyone makes New Year's resolutions. Everyone's like, oh, I'm going to get fit, I'm going to get healthy, I'm going to become a real person. Whatever, you know, I don't know how many of you guys decide to go to the gym and have stopped already. Congratulations. I go all the time because I'm an idiot, I think. I go because I love colourful shoes and being ostracised. That's why I love the gym. Just people judging me makes me stronger. That's my workout. It's a bit of a silly place, I agree. Like, I don't think you need to go. You guys are all fine. You don't need a six-pack, right? Just a six-pack of beer, money. Well, the only reason I go is so I can eat more cakes, really. Like, I'm rowing like crazy. They're like, why are you doing that? You getting shredded? No, I'm not a secret document. I'm going to eat a cheesecake. That's... going to eat a whole cheesecake. Life goals. You know, I've got... There's a weird culture around it, which I don't agree with completely. You hear, you know, people talking to, like, big dudes, talking to other big dudes about their bigness. Mate, you're looking big. Thanks, mate. You're looking big. No, you're looking really big. Yeah, no, big's good, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. I think it is. Look at how big that building is. That's a huge building. We should be friends with it. You think it'll want to be friends with us? I don't know. It's big. Mate, you're looking even bigger. What the hell's going on? Oh, it's just because I was further away from you and I've moved closer. Holy crap, that's insane. Yeah, man, looking at me through these binoculars. Whoa! You hear that? There's another compliment that I've heard recently. Big guys big guys with other big guys get carried away at the gym generally. You see a big guy lifting another big guy lifting weights, you're like, oh, babushka weights. I don't know what's... Inception weights. Another compliment I've heard recently is guys giving the compliment of saying, mate, you're looking swole. Oh, thanks, mate, you're looking swole. Which is it's weird. If you guys haven't heard it before, it's fair enough, it's good. Probably. I figured out what it is. It's short for swollen, which to me doesn't seem like a compliment at all. It's pretty much never a good thing. Mate, you're looking swole. Yeah, thanks, mate. I just got bitten by thousands of bees. Fully sick. Yeah, mate, fully sick. No, I'm actually very sick. Just waiting for the ambulance. There's too many bees. Take about 300, that's it. I don't know. You hear people going like, mate, I'm going to look good for the beach. I go to the gym, I've got to look good for the beach. I'm like, man, the beach doesn't care. It's just the beach. It's just where the water meets the ocean. You know? It's where the ocean meets the land. Water meets the ocean. Yeah. I figure, you know, gym's fine, right? I got a bio-age test recently, which is one of maybe the bonuses of going to the gym. They give you little things. You guys heard about that? They go like, how old are you? Okay, you're that old, but how old's your body? No, we know it's the same age, but we'll do a test and see if it's different. No, we know it'll be the same, but how old? We're going to give you a number that you can sell people at dinner parties and they'll know that you're an idiot. Can we do that? We'll just do that. So I did the tests, I did all the things. It turns out I'm 12, which is pretty good. So upside, I don't have to pay for the test. Downside, I'm living with mum again. It's, mate, get ripped, get huge. I just think getting strong, lifting big heavy weights is impressive. Not really necessary in our society because we've got forklifts. You know what I mean? It's not... It's more impressive a guy being like... or a guy just being... oh, sorry, mate, you're right. I think the gym is a gateway for sport, which could be dangerous, you know. The sport is great. It's great. It's definitely great. You should get into it, obviously, but it can lead to people being drunk in the city, yelling the names of animals. Go the Tigers! Up the Tigers! If you don't know about sport, you just see that man and think, man, he really is supporting Tigers. What a great man. That's really awesome. Just supporting animals. I like that a lot of our teams are named after tough animals. I get it, I suppose. You want to be a team that scares people. I'd like to see them in the naming process going like, yeah, we've got to call our team something that just kills people. It's terrifying. Like Ebola? No, that's gross. I don't even understand that. That's weird. No, something that gets into their heads and just terrifies them. What, like schizophrenia? No. I don't even understand that. My uncle has it. Although South Melbourne schizos has a ring to it, so... And it would be scary. You'd see them, they're like, I'm going to stab you. Like, I don't want to play. I don't think I want to play. Get help. Oh, let's just call our team the Tigers. Yeah, that's good because they're ferocious and good at football. Well, they're not good at football. They don't even understand. They're just animals. But they're... yeah, tigers. But really, they're less ferocious than us. Humans are way more ferocious. Like, there's way less tigers because of people. Be better off just calling your team the Blokes. Who are you playing on the weekend? The Blokes? Oh, they killed all the tigers. I don't think I want to play. I get it. Maybe it is that thing where people, like, there's really manly men who love animals, but it's not masculine to do that. So they're just naming teams after animals they want to support secretly. And no one knows, and they've still got their masculinity. They're at the stadium going, "Go the Tigers!" The real Tigers. No one knows, I'm still a man. Man. Sports is fine, right? It's great. I think I'm more interested in, if I went to see a game, I'd be more interested in eating the food. I'm all about eating, right? That's one of the best things about Christmas, isn't it? You just eat a lot of food, which really, it's one of those things where I eat a lot of food all the time. So Christmas, I've got to take it to the next level, which is difficult. What'd you do? I just ate 15 pancakes. Why? Oh, it's Christmas. I don't know, it's Christmas. It's Christmas. Pancakes are my favourite type of cake, obviously, just because they're honest about where they come from. So I'm definitely, when it comes to food, more about simple food, not really fancy food. I love the fact that there's lots of chips out there and they're half price today. I'm going to make some mistakes, right? Like the level that I exist on, I found a place recently called Chicken Castle, and I was like, oh, this looks amazing. And if someone didn't know, they'd be like, is that where Regal Chicken serve your food? You're like, no, the chickens didn't defend well. I love spicy food as well. I'm a big fan of that. Although that's something that you need to see someone's face when they say this food is spicy before you know what they mean. Because that's such a variable term. If someone says, this is spicy, and you turn at them and it's a 14-year-old white boy, you're like, oh, no, it's not spicy. You haven't lived. You probably have troubles with Zinger burgers, don't you, champion? You're empty inside. I don't trust anything you're saying. When you say this food is spicy, all you're really saying is, I'm scared. Just saying. But if you hear someone say this food is spicy and you turn and it's an old Indian woman, you're like, oh, we have to get out of here. We're going to die. We're fully going to die. Run! You're running as fast as you can, you turn back and there's fire falling from the sky. It's not even an old Indian woman, it's a giant chili pepper with eyes on it. You're like, man, I'm already dead. Yeah, I'm definitely on the level of Chicken Castle. Like, I'm a massive fan of tomato sauce. If I can put sauce on it, then I like it. Which, let's be honest, I can put sauce on anything I like. Like, what would you put sauce on that car? No, I like the car, it's good. Sauce is the best. Tomato sauce is the best, right? I like all sorts of sauces. You like salad dressing, people trying to make it fancy. Oh, salad, would you like some salad dressing? Oh, that's lettuce sauce. Yes, please. I'll have some. Put some lettuce sauce on there. People shame sauce as well. They'll be like, oh, you got a sauce stain. I'm like, no, that's a flavour badge, my friend. You know? I'm living my life. What are you doing with clean clothes? Go out and get some badges of your own. You know? People get, well, you know, it's a good, sauce is great. Mum always had this saying where she's like, blood's thicker than water. I'm like, Mum, gravy's thicker than blood, roast beef is my real family. And I go, that's truth. That's true. That's true truth. Sauce makes me feel like I'm a doctor sometimes, you know, when you get a squeeze bottle and the airway's blocked with old sauce. You're like, oh, can't breathe, clear the airway, get a fork. Oh, recovery position, vomiting on my chips. Good, it's all right. The doctor's here. The doctor's here. I judge. I really like pies because they're a great sauce distribution method. Because you can't go bottle to mouth and have friends as an adult. You just can't. No one has ever gone, "Whoa, look at that awesome dude drinking sauce out of the bottle. Next Prime Minister, high five." No one's ever done that. What they have done is gone, "Oh, that man looks a little bit sick. He's going to be very thirsty soon. Just stay away from him, sweetie. Can't go bottle to mouth and have friends." So you get a pie, you go to a bakery. Bakeries are excellent. I judge them very serious on the way that they treat their sauce. You walk in and you ask for a pie and they say, "Yeah, mate, it's free sauce." You're like, "Oh, what, you my real dad? Oh, I love you." Turns very quickly though. You walk in and you ask for a pie with sauce and they say it's 40 cents. You're like, "Oh, it's cool. I'm probably going to kill you in front of your family." I don't know. That's the right thing to do. I feel like we're getting a worse deal with chips these days as well. I'm a massive fan of chips. As I've said earlier, they're great. I was at a fancy pub recently and they had an enormous bowl of chips on the menu. That was the name. I'm like, whoa, it was $10. I'm like, that's why I earn money. I'm going to buy this. I'm going to live in the bowl after it's empty. I will create a palace. Put the $10 down. I got the little buzzer. I went back and sat at the table. It went off. I went to go around to the loading bay to pick up the bowl. With my forklift, I got redirected to the bar. I got the bowl. It was a normal bowl of chips. I ate it in 5 minutes. It's kind of sad. Like you guys will agree with me how sad it is. Think about if I went into a fish and chip shop with $10, put the note down, looked the man in the eyes and said, "Could I get $10 of chips?" He would say, "Are you sure? Where are your 15 friends? I don't actually think we've got that many chips. I don't know if there's that many potatoes in the world." And you'll have to say something calm and nice to him to get him to do it, like, "Give me your chips!" Do something. And then he'll just pull a lever and the room will be full of chips. In the true sense of the word. There'll be no negative space. It'll just be you and chips. You'll be like, "Oh my God, it's burning my face." Like true in a proper sense of the word. Not when someone opens the door and goes, "Oh, that room's full of spiders." You're like, "There's way more room for spiders. Put more in. We paid for a room full of spiders. It's a rip-off." It'll be 10 years in the future and you'll just be eating chips with your son. He'll be like, "Dad, why do we only just eat chips?" You'll be like, "Well, son, a long time ago your father made an investment." Good times. I've discovered Menulog recently, which is very dangerous because it's like all you need to do to get chips or anything is just lie in your bed and press a button. It's the equivalent of sending an emoticon to someone and then the actual emoticon appearing. You just send a pizza emoticon and then someone appears with it and you're like, "Oh, magic!" Really dangerous. And the internet is a great place. Oh, the emoticons are amazing if you think about it. Like I think I'm a fan of them. The basic ones are definitely excellent. Simple smiley face, sad face. You know, my favourite one would be a joking face, which is just a colon P. So the face we all do when we're joking, just a little guy doing this. "I'm joking." It's a joke. You can put that at the end of a text and people know you're having a laugh. "I'm going to bash your mum." "Oh no, he put the face. Get mum out of the cupboard. You're safe, mum. Take off the helmet. I don't even know if Mac is joking or not, but the face." Now though, you know, emoticons, as we know, they've become emojis. They've become complicated. They're colour. They're animated. They're in 3D. I don't think I've got emotions that correlate to those anymore. I'll be talking to someone online going, "Hey, how was your day, smiley face?" They'll be like, "Yeah, pretty good. Scorpion cooking an omelette." I don't know how you feel. So, oh man, I'm going to miss the lols at public bar. It's been real good. It's a sweet internet term, lol. And I laugh out loud. It used to be lots of love, which is how my mum still sees it. LOL. So it means she'll send me text messages that are meant to be loving but come across a bit dickish. "Are you sick? I better soon, lol." Shut up, mum. I'll finish on this. My favourite internet term, I think, would have to be ruffle, rolling the floor laughing, ROFL. It's a great one. Obviously, it's not necessary. You guys have been awesome. No one's ruffled. Which is fair enough. If someone did, I'd be like, "Oh, I think they need to go to the hospital." I don't know. They just did a bit of wee. It's not the realm of adults, is it? It's more if you're a kid. You know, say you're under 10, you've had a lot of sugar, and one of your friends farts. You will ruffle. Like, that is science. Like, for me, the last time I was genuinely rolling on the floor laughing, I must have been about 7, and my brother pooed the bath. That was a big day. We didn't have a computer. I could be like, lol, ruffle. All I could do was go, Mom! Trouble in the bathroom! There was trouble, because he had given birth to this creature. And then he was terrified of his creation. And he's 4. He's in the bath. He doesn't know how to get away properly. So he's just scrambling backwards, screaming. I'm no good, I'm ruffling. And as he's scrambling backwards, screaming, all that's doing is making the momentum of it come at him like a cursed pirate ship over the waves. Good times. All right, Public Bar, take it easy. See you later. Thank you very much.
Bart Freebairn, let that kid know! That was awesome.